When my son was younger, I told him to dream. There are dreams, and then there are dreams. I taught John to dream the great dreams, the kinds of dreamings that would help to define his life and inform his journey. I've taken him to many sacred places and introduced him to all kinds of sacred people. Buffalo people, for example. Bear people and tree people, too. Some of those sacred people have involved John in special undertakings. He has seen and done things I haven't been allowed to see or do. Along the way, I've asked my son who he is and what he sees. He has seen great things, sacred things, and more. Last night, Al came to our door. It was in the middle of the night, and John had pranked me by telling me that he heard someone knocking on the front door. I got up to investigate, opened the front door, and took a step outside. There was no one there, but I heard Al calling from a tree nearby. It was a soulful call. This morning I asked John if he's certain he didn't hear a knock on the door. He replied no, that he was just wanting to prank me. I had done something similar to him recently, and he was settling the score. I asked if he had heard Al, and he said he had not. I told him about Al, and how some of the sacred people we know perceive Al to be a messenger from the land of the dead. John asked me what Al had said. I suspect he was asking what his mom had said. I told John I didn't know. I'm not the sacred person he is, and I don't know the language of owls. I suggested that he listen carefully tonight, should Al return. A few years after Diane came into my life, and quite a few years before John was born, we took a vacation to Vancouver Island in British Columbia. I have so many wonderful memories of that trip. Mental images recalled from places like Victoria, Nanaimo, and Tofino. One day we were driving up the Sunshine Coast along the Strait of Georgia. It was overcast and windy. We spotted some dolphins out in the water, and soon after a few orcas. Diane was excited. She was a water person. I suppose that was because of her Viking heritage. Anyway, I pulled off the road so that we could take some photos. This was in summer, but the air felt cool. Diane looked out at the orcas and then told me that she wanted to go for a swim. I dipped my hand in the water and saw how cold it was. There was no way I was going in, and I told her that. Although not a fan of the cold, Diane didn't care about the cold that day. There were orcas. She was a scuba diver, but she hadn't packed a wetsuit for our trip. She jumped in anyway, wearing just her shorts and t-shirt, and then swam out to greet the orcas. I sat on the shore watching. I was certain that she was going to get eaten. I was relieved when she made her way back to shore. That was the day I realized just how special she was. Tonight, at midnight, when we were finally done with 2021, there are things I want to share with my son, including the story about his mom. Diane was incredibly strong. She wanted for her son to be strong too. Perhaps that's what Al was saying.